Anthony, how's it going? Before you pull your presentation and stuff, why don't you tell everybody about, who you are, who Anthony is, and what he's working on, and then we can kind of go into your presentation as well.
Awesome. Yeah. So Anthony Gullo, and I am fellow real estate operator, investor. And a lot of what I'm going to be talking about tonight is um, a little bit of a buzzword nowadays is AI. I think, that word gets thrown around a lot, and I think, it's something that's very new, but something I think is really, really cool. And I think it's something very valuable for other operators to kind of know what kind of stuff exists out there, how we're using it, and how I think other people should be using it too. So, um, yeah, looking forward to share some stuff with you guys. Um,
Awesome. And what kind of feedback, if any, are you looking for on your presentation tonight?
I think just overall, I think a lot of the stuff that I'm going to be discussing is it's very new stuff. This isn't stuff that has been around for a long time. This is a lot of new technology that exists. So I don't want it to come off as I tried to make it as simple as possible. I don't want to complicate it or make it too I just want it to be understandable what I'm trying to explain. I try my very best, and hopefully you guys can follow me here. But yeah, it is exciting, so I'm looking forward to it. So again, hey, I'm happy for the opportunity to be here tonight. My name is Anthony Gullo, and I am the founder of Apex AI. And over the next few minutes, my goal isn't to sell you guys on anything, but to share a framework for how we can all operate our real estate businesses more efficiently and definitely more profitably. And I believe there's a new paradigm for real estate investing, and it's powered a lot by AI technology. And I'm sure a lot of you feel the same way that I did, that every day now we keep hearing about a lot of all this new the best, better, AI technologies and softwares that are coming out to the point where it can be overwhelming. But there is technology that exists now that is revolutionizing the industry in a big way. And I don't think too many people really know about it. And we've combined a lot of this tech to create something powerful and unique. And our discoveries stemmed from our firsthand experiences. So my journey in the space began back in 2019, and I've been fortunate enough to see the business from a couple of different angles. I started helping manage a $60 million commercial portfolio for a family office in New York, where I'm from. And we had a lot of institutional grade tenants like Target, Marshalls, PC Richards. And there I saw a lot of the quote unquote old way of doing things at a significant scale. There was a lot of manual processes, disconnected spreadsheets, even seeing people do calculations in pen and paper, the good old-fashioned way. Um, and just the sheer amount of time that was taken up by administrative tasks. At the same time, I was personally building my own portfolio, a 19 unit multifamily portfolio, upstate New York, actually same area where John is investing into. Shout out Hudson Valley. We raised over 1.3 million in private equity to do that. And this is where I gained a lot of experience, not only as a full-time manager, but also as a operator and investor. And while we were successful, it became pretty clear to us that the traditional operating model was a pretty big bottleneck to growing and growing much faster. And that is what led us to here. Oops, sorry about that. So I began to notice that the problem we saw firsthand, I think, are pretty universal in the industry. And I think as we all scale, our operations can become bloated, meaning, as we grow, we need to start hiring more and more people to do a lot of more manual tasks. That in turn makes our overhead grow. A lot of the critical data becomes disconnected all trapped in different systems, different tabs that, that don't really communicate with one another, which can also lead to errors, and we don't get a sense of the full picture a lot of the time. And ultimately, our whole operation, I think, slows down and maybe even becomes a little bit inefficient. We end up spending most of our time uh, working in the business instead of on the business. So that's why we started building Apex OS or Apex operating system. And this is the blueprint of essentially how this AI engine works. And to make it, to simplify it, I think the top diagram shows it best, where on the left-hand side, our system connects to all of your sources of raw data, whether that be offering memorandums, rent rolls, your deal sourcing softwares, a lot of systems that we need in our real estate operations. It connects to all of that. It pipes all of that messy, disconnected information into the Apex operating system, the intelligence layer. And this is the core of the system. It uses a combination of automation and AI to clean, structure, and analyze that data. And the result on the right, on the top there, um, is set to a high value automated outputs. Things like instant underwriting models, due diligence reports, and even institutional quality financial statements and reports. It's really all about turning that raw data into a finished product and automatically. So on the bottom there, there's that diagram, that's, circular diagram there. Everyone see that? So that is how the engine essentially works. You can have a lot of different really awesome softwares. And like I mentioned, there's a lot of them, but in real estate, there are particular few of them that I personally like to use. As an example, Reonomy is an awesome AI off-market deal sourcer. Cactus AI is a really, really great underwriting tool that incorporates AI. So there are AI tools that exist, which is great, but there is a way of automating and connecting a lot of these softwares together so that they all communicate with one another. So as an example, for underwriting, we always talk about underwriting in here. If I get an email from a broker with an offering memorandum, T12, all that stuff, my AI can automatically pull that data, transfer it over into my underwriting model, and my underwriting is done. My due diligence in the area is done within a couple of seconds. What would usually take me a very long time to do took me a couple of seconds to do, and it's as high level as you can get. Same thing with, your property management into your bookkeeping. I can go on and on, but essentially a lot of these systems are automatically connected and communicate with one another. And it's more than just an engine too. So it's really designed also to almost function like a team member. Once the data is all unified together, the system can generate the kind of detailed analysis you'd expect almost from a human asset manager. Only it can do it very fast, and it could do it across an entire portfolio. So this is really like a custom AI agent that you can train for your own particular fund, and it can proactively flag risks. Like if a property is trending in a maintenance budget higher than usual, like if you're maybe 15% higher in your plumbing expenses for the month, it can detect that and flag you for it. Maybe your one of your properties is performing a little bit better than your underwriting, and you're maybe ready for a refinance, cash out refinance earlier than anticipated. So it can automatically detect a lot of these things within this ecosystem. um, and it doesn't just show you the data, it interprets it, helps you make smarter decisions. So we unfortunately are not at the point where AI can take over everything. I think at some point we may get there, but um, we are able to at least drastically reduce the size of the human team. So this is our lean team that helps to bring the vision to life. Again, you have a little bit more information about myself. I have my New York, Florida real estate license, a Series 65, and we're helping build the Apex OS platform. This really, wouldn't have come together without the technology side. So that's where Chris with Oasis comes in. Chris is in here. Chris, you want to say, give a quick hello?
Hello, everyone.
There he is. Yeah, so Chris has been really awesome in helping develop a lot of this stuff. His main role is really helping build the software and do a lot of the API integration, which stands for Application Programming Interface. Um, and yeah, Chris, give like a quick 30-second little pitch about yourself, quick, because they want to know about you.
Yeah. Well, hello, everyone. I am a really good friend of Anthony's, and we've been working on a couple of projects together around the tech space. I've been involved in technology for quite some time, and we're building quite a robust team that produces a lot of custom solutions. And so we've been able to partner with Anthony on this particular project that has us very excited. And I think everything that we've put together and kind of the implications that it's going to have on this landscape is going to be very exciting. So I'm very happy to get to learn even more about this space, to get to connect with you guys, and to potentially really disrupt this space with the things we're putting together.
Awesome. Yeah, Chris is awesome. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. Um, and the other side of it too is unfortunately Marie couldn't make it, but it is the actual boots on the ground property manager. So yes, AI can do a lot of it, but you still need that human element still. She has 20 years of experience, manages over 100 units. I think together we provide a really good blend of on the ground expertise and deep technology execution. And overall, what do you get after you combine a lot of this tech lean team? You are able to drive ultimately your operational alpha by maybe becoming a lot leaner, automating a lot of the back office work, reducing a lot of your administrative general costs, your overhead. We've seen it as low as 50% reduced by. We become faster, make a lot of decisions a lot quicker, underwrite faster, manage a lot better. And ultimately, I think this makes us all smarter, makes better decisions when we start investing, makes smart decisions when it comes to executing our plans. And overall, I think this system's really where the industry is headed. And again, goal tonight wasn't to sell a service, it was really just to share a vision. We've really been able to figure this out within our own portfolio. And I genuinely believe, I think Chris believes it too, that this is going to hopefully be very valuable to everyone in the space. I love to have some conversations with other operators who are interested in exploring how to integrate a lot of this stuff. Um, and I welcome the opportunity to talk. Thank you. And just before I end here, I really quickly, I know I'm taking up a lot of time, guys. I'm sorry. I really just really quickly wanted to um, show you guys what the dashboard can look like, and this can be customizable to whatever operation you guys are running. So let me.
Yeah, hurry up. It looks like we already have some people that want to sign up with you.
Awesome, awesome. Yeah. So this is the dashboard really quickly. You can integrate so you can have overall dashboard showing all of what's going on within your portfolio, connecting a lot of your deal sourcing and CRM working here, underwriting, what's going on within your underwriting platforms, your asset management, investor relations, all in here. And this is the key here is that this is where you connect your applications. So you connect a lot of your applications together, and that's where, a lot of the automation and, AI stuff happens. So, thank you. That was a lot. I appreciate the time, guys. Um, yeah, look forward to talking to some people.
I'm gonna kick off the questions. So obviously your platform's very software AI based. If I'm buying commercial properties or even small portfolio of residential properties, do I need hardware that integrates or that feeds information to the AI system, or what other things am I going to need to buy to ensure that I'm getting the right performance metrics on properties and whatnot?
Yeah, so I think that's really where this becomes super powerful is because, yeah, like I mentioned before, there's a lot of really awesome softwares that exist out there. and even can recommend like, hey, you're doing certain underwriting. Here's a really amazing tool that can work because we've been researching a lot of this stuff and we have an idea. However, what is great is that you don't necessarily need to completely restructure your business. So if, I keep mentioning underwriting because I think that's a big one. So let's say you have an underwriting spreadsheet, tried and true underwriting spreadsheet that you just love, you do not want to change it. You can very simply have the same way that AI reads it, plugs it in, it can just read all the relevant information and it can plug it into your spreadsheets, all relevant information. If you want to do certain due diligence, you can, but that's where Chris and his team come in because they need to do all that work on the back end to structure all that stuff. If you and that's really the power is it can be very specific to, anyone's particular fund or, investment stuff. So, yeah, hopefully that answered your question.
Thanks for watching, everybody. And that was Anthony Gullo from Apex AI talking to us about the exciting things that they're doing over there, implementing AI into their property management and their investing strategies. If you liked what you saw, leave a comment. Tell us what you liked. What do you want to see more of? And hit that like button, subscribe, stick around, look for more videos. They're coming your way. And if you want to catch the live call, it's every Wednesday night, 7:30. Come join us. Thanks for watching.